That's going great, and that's good, and that's good. Alrighty. Good evening, Claymiko. How are you? Oh, I need to open up my folder, file folder, and minimize that. See. Oh, nice. Is she happy about that? Okay. Alrighty. Just doing my double checking on everything. I think everything is in order. I just gotta minimize this one window, realign everything. Okay. I learned something today that Twitch, I guess it's a Twitch thing, today is Mod Appreciation Day. So I appreciate you, my only mod at the moment. Ouch. I don't think Crojo's going to be in tonight. So no meme of the stream. But we're gonna get into this shortly. We're gonna do the aligned double cluster stitch. Oh, it's on my desk. Let's just switch on over. Let's zoom on in too. Hey lady, how are you? About to get dinner? Nice. You want crochet along? That's fine. Why is my software, the software I use to stream is like acting up? It's like not happy tonight. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so this is a very simple, easy pattern to do. I don't even need to look at any notes to refer to it. We're gonna zoom back out. Yeah, what's for dinner? I had a bologna and cheese sandwich. Software is just. I hope it's not gonna crash. The window that it's on, it keeps it flickering, and I don't know what's going on with it. Yum. Okay. So to do this stitch, if anybody's crocheting along, let me know. Again, this is the aligned double clusters stitch. There is no real multiple. You can have whatever multiple that you want. Steak burrito from Buckaroo. Never heard of Buckaroo's burritos. You do whatever multiple you want. I'm going to do I'm going to do a total of 10 chains. So I want 10 stitches, then I'm going to do an extra 3. Those extra 3 are the turning chain. So I'm going to do 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So eventually I have 10 chains here I want to work into. So I have the 10 chains, and then the three additional chains counts as a double crochet. There's a turning chain. Now what you're going to do into each and every chain, you're going to do a cluster. Now the cluster is, they're double crochets. So you're going to yarn over, and in the next stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through the first 2, 2 on your hook, yarn over and go back into that same stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, and then yarn over through 3. That's essentially the whole pattern. So in the next chain, we're going to do the same thing. Yarn over, go into the stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over, go back into the same stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2. Now we have 3 on the hook, yarn over through all 3. So you're making tiny little clusters, and each cluster is 2 double crochets, but they're clustered, so that means they're gonna be joined together. So you're double crocheting together. So there's 1 here, go back into the same chain and do it again, and now you can yarn over and go through all 3. So you start the double crochet, only do the first pass through the first 2 loops, you don't go through the second 2, and then you go in, you make another one, go through the first 2, and now we have 3 loops, and then yarn over through the last 3. This is the line double, and when I get to the end of the row, we'll turn and we'll do the next row. Zoom out, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Is this better? See if put that there, that might help it. It kind of helped it. So again, I have 2 chains left. We're doing the exact same thing that we've been doing the entire row. Is into the chain stitch, you're going to wrap like a double, because they are doubles. Go in, you have 3 in the loop now, yarn over through the first 2, yarn over, go back into the same chain, bring up a loop, yarn over through the first 2, and now we're going to yarn over through all 3 that are on the hook. Then we're going to do that at the very end, and I hope I didn't go too fast for everybody. But it's not a complicated stitch. I'm not certain. I'm not certain at all. So that's our first row. I'm going to move our sample out of the way. Get to the end of the row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. So that counts as one double crochet, and in this stitch here, in this hole, you're going to do a double. So that's essentially your 1 cluster on the edge. Now the stitches are these large holes here. That's where you're going to go into, and you're going to do the exact same thing you did on the first row. So you're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over again, go through the same stitch, bring up a loop, yarn over through two, and then yarn over through all three. And that's the entire pattern. You do, in each of them, you do these little clusters, and my yarn's getting all tangled up. So instead of a big puffy cluster with like 5 stitches, each of these only have 2. Hey, Grammy. Gonna wrap, go in, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, wrap, go in, bring up a loop, yarn over through 2, and now yarn over through the last 3. And you just work that same pattern all the way down the row. And that's all there is to this pattern. Real simple. I did this a bunch of different times. It makes this blocky type um, stitch. So I don't think I'm going to go any more on that. It's pretty easy, self-explanatory. There's no other extra things you do with it. You just keep doing that for every row. That was an easy one this week. I'll put my book away. I didn't even need it. And I think we're going to switch over and we're just going to do a very chill stream tonight. I got my second shawl finished, the one I was working on. So now there's 2 of them that are identical. And now I'm working on the third one. Are you paying attention, Clay Miko? Working on my third one, and I have 2 repeats done. How do you like that? Yeah, I like how the colors work with it. I mean, it's all in the same yarn, the same ball, but how they work up. Same pattern, as you know. this is your shawl. Um, I still haven't gotten the music thing figured out, but it will happen when it happens. Yes, this is the third one. The second one is done, and both the first 2 were that same color, the pinks and the um, purples. This is the third one. It's a different brand of yarn, different colors, but it's the same type of yarn. The first 2 were done in Red Heart Unforgettable. This is done in. I gotta find the little label. Yeah, I did some of it off stream. Yeah, I did it some off stream. This is Loops and Threads, which is Michael's house brand, and the line is called Facets, and the colorway It's called Summer Sunrise. Clay Miko picked this yarn out. It's got the greens and the purples and the yellowish oranges, and there's a little bit of like a cream every now and then. Like when it transitions between the yellow and the green, it's like a creamy type color. So yeah, the first two are all done by the exact same pattern. Um, Let me double. Yeah, okay, okay. I forgot the pattern there for a second. I'm like, wait, what? What? No, I got it. She would think by now that as much as I've done this, you would think I would just go autopilot. I need to do the same pattern in a regular worsted weight. I mean, this is a worsted weight, but a regular traditional type yarn. You've done this how many times and you still haven't gotten the pattern done? Hello about it. Yeah. Every now and then my brain goes, wait, what? But no, I need to do this in some more traditional style yarn. Yarn that's got a twist. This yarn doesn't really have a twist to it. It's a roving style, meaning got a very loose twist, and if I untwist it, it'll fluff up, and if I pull real hard when it's untwisted, it will break easily. But there's a slight twist to it, and it's got a very fluffy, silky feel to it. That's what a roving style. It's not a tight twist. But yeah, every now and then I gotta stop and be like, wait, is that what I'm supposed to do? One of the other ones, I just was testing it. I just draped it on my shoulders the other night, and I'm like, for a very lightweight yarn, this is really warm. Hey, Norfairy, what's going on? Chevron yarn, baby. I posted in the Discord was about 10 rows. I ended up frogging it because you messed up the ends. I figured it out now. I can't wait to see the full blanket when I'm done. Nice. Again, as I always say, crochet is not permanent. You can always frog it out and start over. It's just yarn. Oh, I didn't know that there's some like brown color in this. Oh, I think there's more variation in color in this than it is in the other yarn. I kind of like the brown. I think it's transition, yeah, between the purple and back to the yellowish color. It does have a little bit of brown. Probably going to get not most, a lot of this done tonight. Oh, I did work on some of the rows of my temperature blanket off stream. I've got 2 more rows to add. And I did add one of those that I added was the yellow because we had some warm weather. So there is a yellow stripe in it now. Oops. Back in. Back in. Righty. Ah. Two. Third one. Ah. Come on. That's what it's looking like so far. I like the purple next to the orangish yellow. I like that a lot. Keep missed the stitch. It's the problem with this silky type feeling yarn. It'll slip sometimes. And again, this is the fluffy meringue shawl pattern from the Crochet Crowd on YouTube. It's a free pattern. It's also on yarnspirations.com. That's where you can get the actual written pattern. Two. They're almost Mardi Gras colors. Yeah, I am a little quick with the hook. Till I mess up and I gotta slow down. Okay. No, yeah. February is the best month. Three, Come on. Let me double check. I gotta count. 7, 7, 8, and number 9. Now we do this thing. And oh, we're at the end of this row. Now we have one more row for the repeat. Oopsies. Come on. In. Two. Three. If I can see. 4. 11. And 9. Need more slack. Even though I've got it in the yarn ball, it still doesn't pull out that easily sometimes. Oopsies. Did I lose the... Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I can do. Maybe. Yeah, maybe for this. Yeah, I'll do it. There we go. You like this colorway better than the other one? I mean, I like the other one. Now, Michaels has got in this line of yarn. There's a whole bunch of different colorways. Most of them are gorgeous. Ah, okay. Yeah, I like this. I also like it because it's a mixture of the colors, and I know you can't experience it because you can't touch it, but the texture of it, the texture of this is just it's what's the word for it? It's squishy. It has a squishy feel to it. I think that might be the word. Cuddly, yeah. It's a softer set of tones, which I think is what. Yeah. Mm, not really delicate. When I think delicate, I think of like if it was a really thin, fine yarn. If it was like a crochet cotton, this here would be delicate. Believe it or not, this is a size 4 worsted. It's a very thin 4. I would consider it a 3. So I wouldn't really call this a delicate yarn, but I think with the type of yarn, it being a roving yarn, it has a lot of drape to it. A lot of drape. And that adds to the squishiness to it. Okay, that right there is 3 repeats. I like how the yellow and where the yellow and the purple meet. Because here this is just greens together, which is fine. But I like the contrast. Whoop! That slip stitch did not slip too easily. I did it the wrong way around. That's why. Oh, excuse me. That was rude of me. I shouldn't be belching on camera. I've heard other people don't really like working with this yarn. I think it's because if you have to frog it, you got to be very careful because it will fuzz. But I like it. I'm still in the process of planning for April's streams. Um, like I said, we are doing Granny Week the week of April 10th through the 15th. That's a Monday through Saturday. You will be getting you will be getting 6 streams for Granny Week, in addition to Temperature Blanket Sundays. So you will get a stream every night that week. Um, I'm researching other stitches to do, and I've got a bunch of them. There's a couple more I gotta find. All of the stitches, the actual crochet stitches I'm going to teach, they all have animal names in them. So it's going to be Animal April, I guess we're going to call it. We'll do other stuff, like I'll work on this and on the temperature blanket, of course, and then Saturdays come up with some other different fun things if I can see what I can find. That's what's coming up. And again, if you got suggestions for Granny Week, submit them on the Discord or here in the suggestion box here on Twitch, my Twitch channel. I've got a whole bunch of submissions already. And if possible, a link to any of the patterns or a picture or whatever. Do you want like more suggestions? Yeah, sure, definitely. Um, Mainly for Granny Week, anything Granny related, and or other suggestions that you might have. Again, I do have that suggestion. I think I still have that. Yeah, I made yeah the suggestions channel on Discord is probably the best place. Ooh, a lot of green on this section. I'm not really certain how the repeat works because like the green here isn't that much, but then there's a lot of green on that. Which will probably make it interesting looking. What is everybody working on currently if you're working on something at the moment? This beer. Alrighty then. Your third apocalyptic playthrough of Darksiders 3. Okay. Can't do the stitch. Working and sending text I've forgotten about. Managed to get him working on this blanket. And, a minute. Got it. Nope, it's important to get send the text if they're important texts. Or 2, and 9. Whoops, that didn't work. Missing the stitch already. Okay. And okay, I'm halfway done this row. Nine. Ow. 2. Ah, arm's getting tired. Okay, we got 4 repeats already. Let me zoom out a little. Oops. A lot of green in that area, but I like it. Think we're gonna call it a night. My arm's getting tired, and I'm just not feeling it tonight. Um, yeah, it goes quick when you start out, but when you get further out, obviously there's more distance to travel because you add a fan to each row to what you already did. So it's starting to come along. It looks really good. I will be on again Saturday night at 8 Eastern, and we are going to be doing broomstick lace. I don't think we're going to raid anybody tonight. And I will catch you all again Saturday. Everybody have a good evening and happy crafting.